What is it?
Prince James's men. We just found their bodies.
Where?
The Devil's Armchair.
The tour group found the bodies?
Yes.
Did you notice anything suspicious about people's reactions?
Let me see. Everyone seemed pretty surprised, but particularly Lady Howard. It was quite a performance now that I think about it.
I'll go check it out.
Can I come?
It might be more productive if you stay here and keep an eye on things. You don't mind, do you?
No. Guess that would be smart.
Atta girl. I'll be back soon.
Be careful.
Ils avaient les gorges tranchées. Non, je n'ai vu aucune trace de sang. Je n'en ai aucune idée. Vraiment aucune idée. D'accord, c'est bon. Au revoir.
She's talking to somebody, probably on his cell phone, but she's being pretty quiet about it. I can't make it out.
No, I can't help it. You don't understand how sensitive I am. No one understands.
Just try to put it out of your mind.
Am I a stone? I feel nothing? Or a director, perhaps? No, I'm an artist. I have trained myself for years to empathize, Estelle. Empathize. It's a gift, I tell you.
I understand.
No, you don't. The pain. I feel it right here. Oh, the sight of the throats, Estelle. The throats.
You must calm yourself. Why don't you take a hot bath?
No, I must rest. Oh, perhaps if I close my eyes.
All right. Just lie still a moment.
Monsieur Knight? Oh, did you hear the news most horrible? They say at the armchair they find 2 dead bodies. Oh, I shudder to think on it. Oh.
It does kind of suck, doesn't it?
Oh, monsieur, you so mildly are putting it. I am relieved I saw no such thing. And lucky for you, monsieur, that you stay at the hotel this morning.
Uh-huh. I have a way of missing the boat. Is that all you've heard about it?
Ah, who could talk of such things? The guests, I believe they are all most traumatized.
Maybe not all of them. Hey, Wilkes.
Knight, you missed the tour this morning, didn't you?
Slept in.
Yeah. Well, you never believe what happened. We was going to see this armchair, right? And we comes up over the hill and blam!
I heard.
Shit! You should have seen it, mate. Worst damn thing I ever saw. And I've seen some things.
I bet.
They was just sitting there. These gashes across their throats like big red smiles or something. It was horrible.
Throats cut?
That's right. Say, why don't you take a load off, have a drink?
No, thanks. But I appreciate the info.
Yeah. No problem.
Good afternoon, Abbe Arnaud. How was the tour?
Surely you have heard, Mr. Knight.
Heard?
My goodness, man. We found 2 men. That is to say, the entire tour group stumbled upon... Well, 2 men have been brutally murdered.
Huh.
You are not surprised?
Well, should I be?
I don't know what you mean.
You ever meet these 2 men?
No, never.
And you don't know who might have, you know.
You toy with me. You have heard. I don't appreciate your games, Mr. Knight.
Well, I'm not much for games myself.
Then let us terminate this discussion, eh? It has been a most trying day as it is.
Bocelli, over here.
Ciao. It was a most interesting tour, no?
You said it. I needed a drink myself. Fortification. Care to join me?
See, my ramparts too are a trifle crumbly at the moment.
Funny how things work out. Thought today was going to be my lucky day.
How's that? Oh, yes, of course. Weren't you planning to try to, como se dice, consolidate your theory today?
That's right. I'm ready to go digging. Of course, I still will. But this takes the steam out of my victory a bit.
It's certainly upsetting. Do you have any idea who those two men were?
Not a friggin' clue. You?
I'm afraid not.
Well, here's to our health. Better them than us.
That's thinking positively, signori.
Wow, pretty damn grim.
Christ! Did you do that on purpose?
Not at all.
So what the hell's up with this? I'm guessing these are Prince James' men. Am I right?
Yeah, for once.
Oh, so how'd they end up grinning with their larynxes?
About who might have done it.
Yeah, and?
It had to be the kidnappers, don't you think?
If so, they're a hell of a lot nastier than we thought. And weirder. This is no ordinary killing. Look at them.
They did run a flagpole up the Abbe's butt. Maybe he did it.
He mentioned something on the tour about not having a car.
It could be a ruse.
Could be, but he doesn't look strong enough to handle these two. They're not exactly lightweights.
He did seem intimidated at the church. He could have called someone in, though.
That quickly? I suppose it's possible.
Could be vampires.
Yeah? Not the kind what's-his-face wrote about.
That would be Stoker, Bram Stoker.
Thank you. Not the kind Stoker wrote about. Take a look at these guys.
Notice anything suspicious when the group saw the dead bodies?
Madeline sure as hell didn't want to leave. She looked like she's just itching to check things out. Fortunately, that Howard lady was throwing a hissy fit. Maddie didn't have much of a choice. Not sure why she'd be so interested in a couple of dead guys.
Oh? And why are you so interested?
I'm helping you.
I don't see any blood.
Yeah. Weird, huh? Throats opened up like a Christmas package and not a drop of the red stuff anywhere.
They're both completely white.
That's 'cause they've been drained like a couple of cans of tuna.
Curious.
I know what you're thinking. But if it was vampires, why the long gash? It'd be like trying to drink from the lip of a mixing bowl.
Maybe they got really big mouths. Like you.
Sure. A vampire cult founded by Mick Jagger. Oh, this all makes perfect sense to me now. Yeah.
That's a clean gash.
And deep. Ooh, they knew what they were doing, all right. Let's look around and talk about stuff as we find it.
Shit. Mose, get over here.
What is it? Is that what I think it is?
I think it's what you think it is.
What's it smell like?
Not much. Earthy. Dead. Anyway, sure doesn't smell like wine. Considering how friable the ground looks, I'd say that was a lot of blood soaked up, wouldn't you?
Yep. Maybe even all of it.
Which explains why there's no blood near the bodies.
Yeah, but geez, I thought the voodoo murders were strange. What do you make of this? Neat little piles? You know, like Felix Unger meets Freddy Krueger?
They obviously drained the blood here on purpose. The question is, why?
At least it rules out vampires.
Not necessarily. Maybe they're just picky eaters. There are two slightly curved indentations here.
Footprints?
I don't think so. Wrong shape.
So what are they?
Knee prints, of course. The assassins must have made them kneel, and then...
But there are no other prints. There should be some sign of a struggle, or at least the footprints of the assailants. Victims just wouldn't kneel down and be cooperative. Huh, Knight? What about the assailants?